Shalom. Giving all praises, honor, and glory to the Heavenly Father and His only begotten Son, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rekakodash. Next, double honors to the elders and apostles at the Great Millstone, their timing is truth. All right, peace salutations. All right, to the hopeful elect. All right, I just want to say shalom. All right, it's going to flow through the spirit. All right, hopefully be edified through the will and power of Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai. All right. I'm gonna start off in the up top. All right, just flow through the spirit. This is Ecclesiastes. All right, chapter 7, verse 1. It says, "A good name is better than a precious ointment, man." All right, so it's always it's a well thing to have a good name. All right. So, when you hear somebody speak upon somebody say your name. All right. Really, and at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying, these people opinions really don't matter, but when somebody for the most part, when they mention you or they mention your name, all right, especially if you're supposed to be a man or a woman of the Lord, you want to have a good name about yourself, man. And it says better than precious ointment. All right, and it says in a day of death than a day of one's birth, man. So yeah, at the end of the day, even so the scripture's telling you, even when somebody die, all right, the Lord say, it's better to die, all right, than for somebody to be born, man. All right, because hey, when you die, all right, you at rest, man. All right, when a baby is being born, and the Lord is talking about in this eon, man, when the baby is being born into this world, that's like hell, man. It's hell, man. And they got a saying, you got to pay to live, all right, you got to pay to die, man. All right, at the end of the day. And it says, in the day of death. All right, so it says the day of death is technically better than the day of one's birth, man. Hey, man, so when these babies at the end of the day being born in the hospitals, man, really that's really supposed to be a mournful time, man. That's really the time you're supposed to be really kind of mourning, when a baby is really when somebody is being born, all right, when somebody is being birthed, that's really a time of mourning, bro, because this place right here is hell, man. And when somebody die, all right, and contrary to popular belief, that's that's time really for a time for what? Rejoicement, man. And it says, it is better to go in the house of mourning. All right, so it's better to go into the house of mourning. All right, when somebody be born, all right, when somebody be birthed into this world, that's like mourning, man. The Lord says it's better to go in the house of mourning than to go in the house of feasting, man. Because why? We understand what the hell is going on in the world, man. All right, this place right here is nothing but mourning, man. People got all type of payments, bills, people sick as all hell, mind messed up, man. It's always something that has to be done, bro. And it says it's better to go in the house of mourning than to go in the house of feasting. Or because at the end of the day, if you in this world and you in a mindset, if you're in the mindset of feasting, all right, if you're in the mindset of feasting, all right, then at the end of the day, you're going off, man. All right, because the Lord, Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai, all right, He hates this world, man. All right, Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai hates this place, man. Okay, so if you're finding yourself, all right, feasting in this place, then hey, man, you might want to check yourself. Which is nothing wrong with having a little fun here and there, but if you always in a feasting mood here, man, something is wrong, man. All right, it says, for that is the end of all men. All right, and the living will lay it to his heart, man. So, hey, man, a person that's of Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai, they gonna lay it to their mind, man. All right, they gonna lay it to their mind. So that this place is horrible. All right, this place, everything that the scripture just broke down is opposite to what the 2/3 believe, man. All right. 2/3 of the nation Israel believe, all right, that 2/3 they believe that the day that somebody's being born or birthday, that's supposed to be a well time, all right. To the 2/3 they don't believe that you're supposed to be mourning, you know. A 2/3 person think you're supposed to be more so feasting more than mourning. You see what I'm saying? Verse 3 says sorrow is better than laughter, man. So, we don't give our minds over to a heavy heart, all right? But we're not going to always be happy-go-lucky, man, all right? Because we understand what times that we're living in, all right? We understand what's going on in the world, all right? So it says sorrow is better than laughter. Okay? Scripture's going and talking about some, basically a wise person, all right? A wise person scarcely smiles. Okay, so when you got somebody that's always smiling and always laughing, man, you might want to get away from that nigga, man. All right? Or that female. Sorrow is better than laughter, for by the sadness of the countenance, the heart is made better, man. All right? Hey, man, at the end of the day, all right, when you're not laughing all the time, when you got a serious mindset, all right, it makes your mind more stronger. It actually make you more wise, man. All right, because when you're not always laughing and shit, you will actually see, all right, a witness, all right, feel the spiritual negativity in the world, man. All right. It says the heart of the wise, all right, is in the house of mourning, man. So at the end of the day, the elect, all right, because who's considered to be wise in these days and times, man? The elect. So the heart go back to the word la'ab, which means what? Your mind. All right. It says the heart of the wise is in the house of mourning, man. All right. So at the end of the day, the elect, all right, is going to be mourning, man. All right. Oh, Ezekiel says, set a mark upon them that what? Sigh. All right. And that what? Cry. All right. For all the abominations what that be done in the midst thereof, man. Damn. All right. So at the end of the day, we sighing and crying for all that be in the midst, that be done, all right, in the midst thereof, man. All right? Damn. Okay? For sure. And it says, the heart of the wise is in the house of mourning, but the heart of fools is in the house of mirth. It is better to hear it says it's better to hear the rebuke of the wise, man. So it's better to hear the rebuke, all right, of the wise, man. Okay? Hey, man, because at the end of the day, a lot of people, they don't want to hear the rebuke of the wise, man. You know, it says sorrow is better than laughter, for by the sad accounts the heart is made better, man. The heart of the wise is in the house of mourning, but the heart of the fool is in the house of mirth, man. All right, the house, and they say the heart of fools in the house of mirth, man. Meaning what, man? We ain't supposed to be always mirthing it up, man. We ain't supposed to always be, we're not supposed to always be in a happier go lucky spirit, man. All right. The Lord said, a heart of fools in the house of mirth. So when you see somebody that's always mirthing it up, always on some bullshit, always on some happy go lucky shit, that ain't the way it's supposed to be, man. That ain't the way it's supposed to be, man. It says it's better to hear the rebuke of the wise than for a man to hear the songs of fools, man. For as the crackling of thorns under their pot, so is the laughter of the fool that is also his vanity, man. Or when you got somebody and they always laughing, they always on some bullshit, you know what I'm saying? That's not the place to be. That's not the place that you want to do. You know what I'm saying? Because when you hear somebody that's always laughing, man, that shit, you know what I'm saying, it gets real aggravating, man. It says, surely oppression maketh a wise man mad, and a gift destroyeth the heart, man. All right, so surely what? Oppression, all right, is going to make a wise man mad, man. The gift what? Is going to destroy the heart. A gift destroyeth the heart, man. All right, which these people, you know what I'm saying, they bugged out, man. All right, somebody will ask you, why you mad all the time? Because, man, we understand that what? We being oppressed. All right. And a gift damn can destroy the heart, all right? Because a lot of these people, they minds is messed up, man. They minds is through, all right? A lot of these people minds, mindsets is going, man. For real, bro. All right, all because of gifts, all because of cars, homes, money, all right, things that they got going on. The Lord said, better is the end of a thing than the beginning thereof, and the patient in spirit is better than the proud in spirit, man. All right, so it's best to be patient in the spirit than to be proud in the spirit, because at the end of the day, the Lord said, what, pride goeth before destruction. All right, so if you find yourself, being prideful, all right, the Lord will bring all out hell to you, man. All right, the Lord hate pride, and the Lord said, be not hasty in thy spirit to be angry, for anger resists the bosom of fools, man. All right, so the Lord say, don't always be quick, you know what I'm saying, to be angry, man. You know, at the end of the day, how about Shimmy Shai? Like, it's a balance within things, man. It's a balance within things, man. According to how about Shimmy Shai. All right. Let's go to Proverbs chapter 1, verse 4. It says, to give us ability to the simple, to the young man knowledge and the creature, man. All right, a wise man will hear and will increase learning, and a man of understanding shall attain to wise counsels, man. All right, what could be considered to be, all right, wise, man. All right, we're wise, man. Or what? How about Shimmy? Y'all should consider us as being wise, man. Why? Because we hearing the words, and we trying to increase our learning, man. The scriptures say, all right, blessed is he that readeth, man. All right. And it says, the man of understanding shall attain unto wise counsels. All right. To understand a proverb and the interpretation, the words of the wise and their dark sayings. The fear of the Lord is beginning of knowledge, but fools despise wisdom and instruction. All right. Only a fool despises wisdom and instruction, man. You know, the fear of the Lord is beginning of knowledge, man. All right. So you got the fear. All right. How about Shimmy Shai, man? That's the beginning of knowledge, but fools despise wisdom and instruction. So if you find yourself trying to tell somebody or wake up somebody to the truth, man, then hey, man, if they don't want to accept it, all right, then that's on them, man. All right, that's on them. It says, but fools despise wisdom and instruction. My son, hear the instruction of thy father, all right, and forsake not the law of thy mother, man. For they shall be an ornament of the grace unto the head and the chains about the neck. My son, if sinners entice thee, consent thou not, man. All right, so we got to stay on the straight and narrow. All right, continue to do what Yahweh Shimmy Shai say, do to the best of our ability. All right, all praise to Yahweh Shimmy Shai, the Mount and apostles at the great millstone. Peace, salutations to the whole for elect.